This is Andrew Hightower. I am athletic director here at McPherson High School, McPherson, Kansas. I just wanted to bring y'all's attention, Board of Education's attention, about the possibility of a new addition to the athletics program. That would be the boys volleyball. And here I just want to talk about, I got a spreadsheet about the startup costs, some similar things. First and foremost thing is we already have volleyball. We have a well-established volleyball program already. Every year they're listed in the top one of the top teams in the state in their classification. So we already have a lot of these little nitpicky startup costs. It's just what I have listed here is what I think we would need in order for the men's program to start up. Since we already have a lot of other stuff already from the female perspective. So as you see here, I really have, me in the first year, most college programs have 20, 21, 22 on their roster, but for high school, it's not really, it's not extremely big here in the Midwest here, but I have about 15 on roster to start with. Obviously, year by year goes on, it could get higher, increased popularity, and just the population that grows around this community. So first, I have three different categories about startup costs. The first one, uniforms and game apparel. The next one is equipment and gear. And then the personnel after that one. So it's kind of simple. I don't have a whole lot listed. Like I said, we have a women's program already. So things just like the netting, the flooring, the lines, the four brackets, put the poles and nets in. All that kind of stuff, scoreboard operator, scoreboard, everything like that. So this is just kind of the things that I think we need to add in order for boys volleyball to get going. So first, got 15 on roster for the uniforms and game apparel. Some of the items I have, we have shoes, game shoes, home jerseys, away jerseys, game shorts, game pullovers, warm-ups kind of thing. And then game knee pads, even practice knee pads. I have 15 for every single, 15 pairs for every single, item I lifted on that one. I have all those. The highest cost, it's gonna come down to the shoes. As we all know, shoes are usually pretty important in every athletics program. But it's going to be the most expensive. So there's 15 of them. Comes about $750. That's the total cost for all those. It's not a whole lot. As you can see, it's only roughly a little over $3,000, because that'd be $3,075. So it's not too big of a jump. Like I said, these things are necessities in order to participate and compete in a game-like setting. Next on the agenda is the equipment and gear. Like I said, we already have the nets, the lining, and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a few things that I feel like, if the boys and the girls were practicing at the same time, or if one was in season, one was off season, the boys we would plan on putting the spring season, the females in the fall, due to football issues, in the fall for the men's sport, so help out with with the participation numbers. So with that, I have a ball cart. I think we need a couple of those. Each one of those costs about $100. These on average, so about $200 total. Game balls, you need about 5 game balls so you can rotate around. They're roughly about $30 a pop right there, which would be $150. And then the big one, go with the ball carts. I needed 2 is practice balls. I needed 20. I think we need 20 of those, so 10 each ball cart. This just so there's always enough balls to run a smooth practice going forward. That's roughly $20 per practice ball, which comes out to be $400. So as you can see, the total cost here for the equipment and gear is roughly $750. Not too bad. Like I said, with the netting and stuff, all that kind of stuff we already have, which is probably one of the most expensive things is the netting, as well as the flooring and the lining and stuff like that. Then the last category is personnel. This could vary depending on, you already have a women's program. They can also, help out with the men's program if you need to. But if you threw in, another coach or two, this wouldn't really be a salary job, because here at McPherson, The coaches usually teach, so it's kind of like just a stipend necessarily. So first thing I would think we need a head coach. I mean, you only have 15 on roster, so obviously you have to have one head coach, which I put that stipend about $4,500 plus what they would make on their teaching as well. And then I put down assistant coach. I put that in the budget just to be careful in case the numbers get higher later on, a couple years down the road. This is, like I said, there's only 15 on roster, so this isn't really a need. But then again, even if you have two different head coaches, one for women's, one for men's, the assistant coach for the women's could also help out with the men's, and vice versa, whatever. So I put the stipend about $2,500 as well. So that those two combined, I budgeted $7,000. So it's not too bad either. That's obviously the highest of the three categories, since we do already have the equipment and all that kind of stuff for both sides, men's and women's. So here I have the total cost of uniforms, gear, and apparel, $3,075. Total cost of equipment and gear, $750, and then the total cost of personnel, the two coaches, $7,000. So the total startup cost would be roughly about $10,825. That's the high side. At the lowest, you could take away the assistant coach if you need to, even the head coach. Use women's. But I think uniforms and stuff, and then the extra set of balls and game balls, I think are very important. And what needs to happen, and what we need in order to get this men's volleyball program going, starting up. So as I said, this could be. We can use this as use fundraising to get this. First couple years may be a little rough, but once we get it going, I feel like we could, it could go on the positive side, just like our women's volleyball program. It's trending in the right direction. Very well known around the state. Year by year, we're in the state championship tournament. So I feel like if we did similar to what we did with the men's volleyball program as well would take over. It's very similar to the women's program. So that's my startup cost for the EDU 528 5.1 grade assignment. Thank you.